Hello guys, this is Hexagon0 and welcome to another episode of Multiplayer Mondays. Alrighty then, we are looking at some Lost Islands gameplay, and I'm mostly using the engineer class for this as I'm just moving through all of my choices here. And I was actually playing a round before this that forced me to change my setup, so I'm just kind of configuring it all back again, you know, just to make it work. Yeah, Conquest round has just started. It ends up being a fairly quick round, and it's fairly obvious who wins in the end. And yeah. Anyway, so this episode, I wanted to talk about the current state of games. Specifically, because obviously, if I was to talk about the current state of games, it would take me way longer than a 17-minute video. It would take hours and probably several podcasts. But anyway, I want to talk about Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4, and then what games should be. And not in that order, I'm going to talk about Battlefield first. So, Battlefield, as many of you know, is broken. It is entirely broken, as you will see in this video even. There is stuttering, and that's what happened just there. When all of a sudden I'll whip around in a location, and that was me checking to make sure it wasn't my mouse that's doing it. Like maybe the laser was deactivating or something like that. But no, it wasn't that. It was literally the game doing this. And I unplugged and replugged my mouse. I made sure that was working. And it's not an old mouse. It's barely even a year. In fact, not even a year. It's almost half a year now. So it's fairly new, and it works fine. No problems with it. And this is me unplugging and replugging it now. It's gonna do this for a second, and then, yeah. There we go, we're back. Anyway, Battlefield 4 shipped out unfinished. That is no secret. It is not complete. It is definitely not what it could be. It was supposed to be the game, as many other YouTubers have put it, that was supposed to blow Call of Duty out of the water. Because Call of Duty, in my opinion, is, you know, it's a game, and I gotta respect it, but when you churn out the same fish every time, your guests stop coming. So that's generally my policy in Call of Duty, but the Battlefield 4 was supposed to be the main contender, and it failed. Why? EA had dollar signs in their eyes, and they were looking for a quick buck. No other solution for it. Their DICE didn't even want it to ship. And they've been working tirelessly to try and get this done, and for some reason they've killed all of the projects in favor of trying to fix Battlefield 4, and they have a lot to do. Specifically stuttering, frame rate issues, quote-unquote netcode issues, graphic fidelity, you know, I could go on. The list is quite extensive. Yeah. So stuttering is an issue. There's also rubber banding, which is probably worse than stuttering. I hate rubber banding more than I hate stuttering, because stuttering I'm able to deal with. Because typically if you're stuttering, everybody else is stuttering too. But rubber banding is different. Rubber banding is when it's like, well, it's exactly like the name sounds. You'll run to one spot, you'll get caught in the rubber band, and it will teleport you back. Because your position hasn't been updated. Now, that is... It seems strange to talk about that. Right now I'm just testing to make sure there's no one else in the objective by moving outside of the capture range. Anyway. So, yeah, it's very strange, but it's in there, and CTE servers, I do have access to the CTE servers. I managed to apply and got in. But they have fixed it. I'm gonna tentatively say that. I had no stuttering or issues like that, but that may have been because I was playing on a server that had me at a 26 ping, which is pretty damn fast. And the server was pinging 26. I was hitting about 17 because my internet speed is absolutely ridiculous and expensive. Yeah. So it needs some work. They're working on it. I just wish this shouldn't have happened. And I'll get to why it shouldn't have happened later. Anyway, Watch Dogs. I'm sure you've all heard about the scandal, as it's been called by several news places, specifically IGN and a whole bunch of other spots like that, is the settings from E3 2012 of Watch Dogs were found in the game, and a modder discovered them, and he made a mod to unlock them, and it's better. That's the gist of it. And right now this point is being captured. Oh no, it's not being captured. I am crawling into this to make sure I don't get shot while I try and figure out if it's my mouse or not yet, because I'm still unsure. So Watch Dogs, they found these settings from E3 2012, and they work better. They look so much better, and there are absolutely no performance hits. Ubisoft released a statement saying that there were issues with it. I'm gonna save you a load of time and essentially say it's a crock of shit. That's all it is. It's EA trying to save their butts. Not EA, sorry. Ubisoft trying to save their butts. They did it most likely, in my opinion, to make it so that PC and console had no graphic difference. I'm still confused as to why they did that. Maybe it's a marketing thing. Maybe it's to kind of hype up the new consoles more. You know, like, oh, these look as good as PC. They're amazing. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why they did it, but they did. We just gotta deal with it. They're also releasing a giant gameplay and content patch. And if you actually look at the changelog on their forum, there's like 1 or 2 things for the Xbox, maybe 3 things for the PS3. There's like a giant 15-item list for PC. And that's only the major issues. They've got a bigger list down below in the forum post that's like 20 items long, and it's got a whole bunch of tiny fixes on it. And they're still not done! And it's been, as Linus from Netlink Daily and NCAX put it, they promised this patch back in June, and it's only starting like the beginning of June, and it's like the 23rd now, and it's only just rolling out. I don't even have it on my Uplay account yet, because it rolled out for PS4 first, and then Xbox and PS and PC were to follow. I don't. I was missing that part. I was really damn close though. Yeah. So, it's broken, it's borked, and guess what? The new patch also overrides the mod that was created to fix stuff.
Look out behind you, look out behind you.
How convenient. Of course, actually that would happen anyway, because any change to code overrides any mod, because of issues. Yeah. Anyway. Why is this happening? Well, and should it be happening? Absolutely not. This should not be happening at all. This is fucking stupid. What is happening right now? It's the fact that games are shipping with problems. This should not be happening. If you're gonna sell a product, it should work. You're not gonna sell a vacuum cleaner that will not suck carpet, that will only do hardwood floor, and it's advertised to suck carpet. You don't do that. No one will buy it. Well, then the argument could be made that it's hardware. Alright, I'll go with that. Alright, so you're going to sell software. Software's easier. You can update it along the way. You can uncover bugs and issues and stuff like that. But they should not be to the extent that they are now. There should not be a giant list. There should not be giant content patches. There should not be modders discovering mods to make the game actually work. There should be modders creating mods to make the game better. This is stupid. Gaming industries are shipping things that are not working, that haven't been working, and are looking to not continue to work in the future. I don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. It's stupid. It should not be happening, because you shouldn't be selling a product that doesn't work. or at least doesn't perform the way it should. I understand if there's a couple of bugs in there. Obviously, mass testing with a whole bunch of people and stress testing that's why you have betas, you have alphas, you have closed circuit testing, you have all this other stuff that you can test for, and that eliminates a large portion of all the bugs. I'll agree to that. And sure, there are going to be some tiny bugs along the start of these launches, because you cannot, I'm going to repeat this, you cannot predict people. You cannot predict multiplayer, you cannot predict what players will do when they get this game, because there are people out there whose job it is to break games. And how did I know that guy was there? I saw the death and I just figured he might be there too. There are people out there whose job it is to break games, to make them not work. And it's getting easier and easier. Maybe it's because, actually it is because, code is getting a lot more complicated. People are demanding more and more realism. Immersiveness is a huge factor nowadays. And people want more and more of it. And so the more complex a system is, the more of a chance for fail. It's entropy. The more organized something is, the more of a chance it will descend into chaos. Maybe it's enthalpy. I cannot remember my chemistry. So, this whole situation is incredibly unfortunate. It should not be happening. And if it does continue to happen, we're either going to get used to it, or we're going to bloody revolt. That's what is going to happen. There is no... And the reason why I couldn't shoot down that helicopter is because I stuttered again. Which was great. Now here I do something really stupid. I stand here, and then I get shot down. After watching the bazooka go by my face, and the reason I died there is because I was stuttering and I wasn't able to turn in time. It does sound like a cop-out, but you know, it's pretty damn close to the truth. It is the truth, in fact. So, yeah, this should not be happening. It should be fixed. It shouldn't even be happening in the first place. I have no idea why it is. Money. That's all it is. People want money, people want more money, and people want more money now. Now, I have great respect for developers. I think they're incredible people. They're working very hard to do what they do. Most of the time, it's upper management, the accountants. We're pressuring CEOs and all that stuff to make stuff go faster, pump stuff out quicker. Because you get used to a certain standard, and then you don't want to let that go. They're abiding to the law that you don't know what you've got till it's gone, and they're trying to avoid having it go away at all. Now, don't blame them for it. That's business. But there gets to be a point where it's stupid. And it's getting pretty damn close. So, actually no, it's not getting pretty damn close. It's here. It's been here for about 2 years now, where this has been happening. Games have been shipping when they're not done. And, games are being delayed. Maybe it's because those companies are having a bit more foresight now. Maybe they're going, oh wait, we shouldn't be doing this. This is quite stupid. Like, Arkham Knight was delayed to 2015. The Order, 1886, was delayed till 2015. Actually, I need to check my numbers on that. But it has been delayed. This is good. This is very good. This is meaning that maybe developers or whatever are taking the time to actually look at it. And I've gotten a lot better with the Scout helicopter. I've been practicing almost every day inside of the test range, just doing maneuvers in between poles and stuff, so hopefully I'll be better at it. And I'll actually provide some good, decent helicopter gameplay now. My jet work is still having a bit of an issue, as I can't really fly the Warthog. Or the Bomber, really. The mouse control when you're in the bomb view always screws me up. Yeah. I cannot remember what I was just talking about before I mentioned the helicopter. Oh yeah, delays. Delays are good, but then again, it could also be a Watch Dogs delay. It could be something that they're delaying it, they want to make it better, maybe some higher-ups were going, And of course, it may sound like I'm just going, oh, it's the management, they're always doing it. Well, 50% of the time it is. Hardly ever do you get developers who purposely screw up a game. That doesn't make sense. Okay, when you work on something for as long as developers do, Watch Dogs was in development since like 2009. When you work on something for that long, you tend to love it like a baby, like a child. And you want to see that child complete and blossom. And of course, sometimes it's like, okay, get this fucking thing out of the house, but most of the time it isn't. So, I don't know why they're doing this. Developers, the more and more development teams are splitting off from companies to form their own companies to essentially be better. And to provide more stuff, and better stuff. Anyway, that's my rant on the current status of gaming and companies and stuff like that. I really hope they fix it. It's a problem. It should not be happening, but it is, and that's the sad truth. That isn't to say that these games are bad. I'm gonna wait for the patch that Watch Dogs has, and when it rolls out, I'm gonna see if it works, see if it makes it better, and then the Worse, who is the creator of the mod for Watch Dogs, he will probably release an updated version when the patch comes out, just to kind of give your settings back and all that. And that'll be nice and good. And watch this. This is really cool here. I find this. Yeah, I take down this guy. He dies. I get him in the M9, and then watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Just as the round ends. All right. So I'll be trying other Watch Dogs packs. Hopefully it will fix stuff. If it doesn't, then, well, we'll wait for the mod to come back out again. I'll try it then. If it works, great. I can start posting videos of it. But otherwise, not going to happen. Battlefield 4 is playable to me, depending on the server. I'll keep on trying, as always. The scoreboard... Oh, it does show up in this one. Might have been the... Oh yeah, it was the Commander Mode episode. But 12 and 2, I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty high KD. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. This is the Hexagon Zero, signing out.